attempting my first project with my custom-made Aircrete foam generator. I'm going to attempt to make a sink for the big white bus out of Aircrete. So here, hopefully, you get an idea of my form. It's 2x6s framed in the bottom, and then it's offset with this 1/4 inch on top because this lip down here is where it's going to sit on the counter, and then it's going to stick up roughly 3 inches. This inner box represents what the inside of the sink is going to be shaped like, and I'm going to fill the void in here with Aircrete. The screw in the center goes into the plywood piece on the bottom, which pulls the center of the sink down, the form down just slightly, so all the water will want to run to the center of the sink. So I'm mixing up my solution here. I got about 2 gallons of water, which from what I understand means roughly about half a cup of what was recommended was Dawn Ultra dishwashing soap. I guess that makes better suds. We'll find out. When I tested out my foam generator the other day, I used just a generic Walmart brand, and it produced pretty good foam, but it wasn't quite as thick as what I thought it should have been. Alright, so what I'm trying here is a sand and cement mortar mix that is roughly 3 parts to 1. And I will mix that much foam into it, and we'll see how that works. So now I've got my foam all mixed in with my Aircrete, and be time to set my form on the ground here. I don't want to get any concrete potentially on my table saw. I don't know if it's easy to see the texture here in this bucket. But you can see the bubbles down in the Aircrete there. So I'm going to set the camera down for a minute and pour my Aircrete in my form. Having poured the bucket of Aircrete into my form, it appears that I still need probably another mixture of that same consistency to top off the rest. So I'm going to mix up my cement now. I'm really pleased with how my foam generator seems to be working. It's funny to watch. You probably can't see it on the camera, but the top of the lid on my bucket is moving up and down like it's a breathing monster. Because air pressure comes in here, and then it goes down and goes past the flow of soap and water in the bottom there, and puts a positive pressure on the bucket, which in turn forces the liquid up and into the main airstream, where it goes up and it aerates, and then comes out the end here as foam. Now I'll go ahead and blend in this batch of foam and concrete. It gets pretty loose when you add the foam to it. As you can see, it kind of flung some cement everywhere. I'll have a little bit of cleanup to do when I'm done. My consistency for the second batch ended up being a little thicker, but still plenty loose. So I will just work it in there and then smooth it off the best I can. So I've smoothed off the edges. I had one little issue. My screw in the bottom there holding the center down popped and tried to float the entire center section up. So I had to put a block of wood underneath there and a longer screw and drill it down tight again. Hopefully this time it'll hold. That 1/4 inch when it gets wet, it's not very strong, so I'm hoping it'll hold up till it has a chance to set up. But that should be my sink. I'm going to let it sit for a couple of days and then unpackage it and see how it turned out. Again, I'm super happy how my foam generator turned out. It seems to be working really well. Anybody interested in a parts list or step-by-steps on how I put it together can message me down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to put together something I can send out. Thanks for watching. One thing I should mention before I sign out here is if this sink project goes according to plan, I also plan on making an aircrete shower pan that I can put tile in that would be a whole lot lighter than doing a regular mortar pan. So this is Sean with the Adventures of the Big White Bus, and I will post again soon.